So yeah, I'll first introduce myself. My name's Steve. I am the technical manager for 1233D in the UK. We are part of a larger group across the Netherlands, Ireland and Sweden. The company was actually founded in the UK around 4 years ago now, with a primary goal of basically building a UK-based online shop for the British public and business. We've launched very successfully. We've grown year on year, and our primary objectives are to ensure that we always provide our customers with the most accurate and current advice possible. And we do also pride ourselves on being able to be in contact over the phone to give anybody who is looking to get into 3D printing the correct knowledge and advice to get them started, because we are very passionate about educating new people and showing the barrier to entry for actually 3D printing nowadays is very, very low. So a lot of people still have this misconception that to 3D print you need a huge range of technical experience and knowledge, which we all know is absolutely not the case anymore. We work very, very closely with schools, colleges, universities up and down the country, along with very high-end businesses. We've supplied machines to McLaren, BAE Systems, the MOD, so on and so on. We've even reached out to helping businesses incorporate 3D printing into their workflows by offering very, very, simple prototyping models for them, basically, because they're not familiar with the additive manufacturing process. They're very, very confident and capable of CAD modeling for CNC. So trying to get that transition across to them that is a bit of a different design process when you're actually modeling is very important. So we will help companies absolutely free of charge to get into that industry, because ultimately we are very aware the more that a company can keep in-house is more beneficial for them. They're not then held up with outside factors, delayed in production process and whatever else. So our core really is we don't just see ourselves as an online retailer. We like to think of ourselves as the go-to people who know what we're talking about. I came from a very, very different background. My background, I'm actually a qualified carpenter. I spent over 35 years in the trade. I've worked in workshops and with CNC machinery and all that kind of thing, which made my transition into 3D printing very easy, because the skill set that I'd actually, accrued from designing furniture or whatever else in CAD to CNC in it, the processes were very similar, which gave me a very good technical understanding of how 3D printing and additive manufacturing works. So I was a little bit of a head start with it, but I picked it up really, really quickly and easily. And it was by sheer coincidence. I was not looking for a career change. It was one of them out of the blue moments where something dropped into my inbox. It was on my doorstep and I thought, well, I already 3D print. What have I got to lose? 4 years later, I am pretty much running the UK division. We have worked extensively to source materials and products that we would happily use ourselves, thus giving us the input to be able to recommend these products to our customers. For me, I made it very, very clear to the powers that be above me that I would never ever go about the journey of making money. It would be my first and foremost priority is to make sure that the customer gets a product that they're happy with and that does the job that they need it to do. And as a result of that, the MDs of the business totally agreed with the philosophy. They backed it fully, which was absolutely great. And I truly believe that's what's driven us forward, what sets us apart. We're not in it to make a quick sale. We are in it for the long term. We believe that providing customers with the accurate, correct advice basically helps us to grow, because one, it gives us a returning customer. Two, that customer is then more than happy to recommend us to their friends, family, work colleagues, whatever it may be. We've also gone down the route of actually opening or starting our own independent YouTube channel as well. And it is all product related. It isn't, hard sell or anything like that. Most of the video content that we do produce is educational content. We've now gone down the route of actually doing basic CAD tutorials, introducing beginners into slicing software, how to orientate models, infill, walls, basically taking it all back to basics, because we do get asked an awful lot of times. Somebody will come, buy something through the website, they have no idea what they're doing, and they're still in this entity at the point in time where they think, oh, I just go into printables, I download this file, I put it on my USB stick, I put it in the printer and I press print. Why is nothing happening? So there is still a little bit of educating that needs to be done, because people don't realise the process. So part of our goal is to try and teach people these processes and show them that nowadays it isn't easy. When I started, it was manual bed leveling, winding wheels with springs, and you'd repeat this process over and over and over again until you're happy with the bed leveling. We did, obviously flow calibration, E-step calibrations, all of those kind of things. Even setting up filament profiles and dialing in filament profiles for obviously your chosen material, your slicer. This is pretty much being phased out little by little. We do find now that a lot of filaments will work under generic settings and whatever else. So obviously manufacturers are recognising this, and obviously the guys behind the software itself are really, really putting a lot of data into these programs to make it user friendly for pretty much everybody. So yeah, that is pretty much it from me. I probably haven't filled my time, but ultimately I don't have any more to say. Has anybody got any questions? Questions? So lovely. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.